Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is going to be part 1 of my planners for 2023. I'm calling it part 1 because, yeah, it's just easier and quicker to do it in parts because I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison. Look at this. This is my first planner of 2023. I have a third planner in here, but I'll do that in another video. All right, things are going to be very shiny and maybe a little bit washed out, so I apologize in advance for that. Sorry, my camera was shaking. Here in Colorado, it is currently raining and it's a very dark and gloomy day, which is great for writing and reading, but I also had some time to film, so I'm fitting this in here. I am going to take this out of the plastic and this out of the plastic so we can talk with a little less shininess, okay? Okay, so what I have here is, we'll start with the pen. This is the Friction Ball 2 Biz in the 0.38, and you guys know how much I love this pen if you've been following my channel for a while. I had this in black for like over a year, maybe longer, and I lost it. I mean, it's not like misplaced. I have officially lost it. I can't find it anywhere, not in my car or my truck, nowhere in the house. That made me a very sad panda, and I missed it so much that I decided to get another one in this beautiful gray. I think it's just called gray. Smoke gray? I don't know. Everything's in Japanese. Yeah, who knows? But it's beautiful. I like the weight of it. It's not too heavy, not too light. It doesn't shake like the other pens usually do, like this little area here, the clicker down usually shakes. This one you twist, and if I can get it to focus, we have red and black. So it is a multi-barrel pen, and you know me, I usually just, you can pull this off and you just pull these out to replace them. I usually replace the red one with a black one just because these are so skinny mini. I like to have an extra black on the go in case I run out. And yeah, this is just my favorite pen of all time. And remember, if you've been following my channel, you know that I did order this pen from Japan in white, and then it was undeliverable and I was devastated. So they don't sell the white one here in the US. And then someone told me they did on Tokyo Pen Shop, but it's like $40. And I was like, pass, because this one was only like, I think 26 on Amazon. So I went with gray instead of white. Now we can talk about this little planner. So I ended up getting 2, and I thought, I just wanted to see the inside of this. This is always really cute. They allow you to make like a little pencil holder right there. Gosh, I hope this is not too blinding white. I'm sorry. Maybe I should turn down the lighting just so that you can see what it is I'm doing. Is that going to make it better? Is it worse? I apologize. Maybe you can turn up the light on your phone or your iPad, whatever it is you're using. That way the white balance isn't so crazy. But anyway, this folds. I keep this every year and I never show it, but I do keep it. It has a calendar on it, and then you just cut a little hole right there and you can put your pencil and it will sit on your desk like this. And it has 2023 on one side and then the other half on the other. So 6 months and 6 months. All right. Why did I get 2 of these? Well, I got 2 of them because they were actually on sale on Amazon, you guys. They were on sale for $13, which is amazing. So I think they're originally priced like 20 bucks. So it's like I paid full price for one and got one for $6. And I think that is an absolute steal. It has a debossing on the cover. It says 2023, which I think is fantastic. This is the soft cover, and don't worry, I have you covered because I know some of you are going to wonder about these questions. This is the first time I've ever owned this specific planner in this size, which is the Moleskine Pocket. And look how cute and tiny it is. So you will recognize this if you have been following my channel. I do have this currently for 2022, but I have it in A5 size. So this year we're going smaller planning. I think Carrie Harling calls it pint size planning. So tiny planning. Not microscopic, because that would be out of control. But this is really, really nice. So you can see here that Saturday and Sunday share the same row which I'm not a fan of, and I've shown that in a previous video, but I can show it now as well. So what you can really do is buy one of these. I'll try to remember to leave a link down below. I got this on Amazon. Correction tape, and this is in the cream color. You can see there. And these are actually, I believe, a holiday that happens on December 1st in all of these different countries. And that just really doesn't leave you a lot of space unless you're going to write over it. So I just come over here and cover all of this so I don't have to look at it, which is great. And this cream color matches very, very nicely. As you can see, it's much less shocking than the white. And then I usually come over here and I cover Sunday. I'm not going to do that because I might not do that this time around, but I usually cover Sunday and then I make a line and I write Sunday over here so it can have its own row. So that's an easy fix if you're someone who needs the weekend to have its own section instead of, you know, being together like that. That was really weird. My camera shut off. Usually it's my phone that rings or something, but it was my camera this time. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the first thing I wanted to show you guys is this, because I know when I get a new planner that I've never had before, a different size, I want to know what is it going to fit in. So I have here a Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook, and this is the passport size in the color camel. It's my favorite. It's very loved, as you can see. And then I have a Personal Chic Sparrow, and this is a Personal Chic, no, sorry, excuse me. This is a pocket, Sylvia, a Pocket Chic Sparrow, also known as field note size. It does fit field notes inserts in here, as well as these smaller Moleskine notebooks. I thought I had one near me, but I guess I don't. So here we have this. This is a Moleskine hardcover blank notebook that I think I ended up getting from like TJ Maxx. Sometimes you can find them there for like $3 or something on sale. It is blank, which makes me kind of unhappy because I need lines because I have crappy handwriting and I can write crooked on a straight line, you guys. So this isn't the best thing for me personally, but it is what it is. So I went ahead. I can't say no to a good Moleskine on sale. It doesn't matter what the layout is, but I just wanted to show you the comparison here. So the planner itself is actually thinner than this hardcover, less pages here. I really wish I hadn't taken off the plastic. This has been sitting on my shelf for a while, so I'm not entirely sure how many pages actually come in here, but this is definitely thinner than that, and height-wise, this is just a few millimeters taller, and again, that's usually because it is a hardcover. So let's fit it in the pocket, which I know it will fit in because I have seen plenty of people with these guys in a Chic Sparrow specifically pocket notebook cover. So there's how it looks. It misses the pen loop. Again, this is my older version, so older version of the pen loop as well. But it fits nicely in there. Doesn't hang out at all. And that's on the last elastic. And it looks really nice in there. So for those of you who are wondering, since it seems to be a little bit shorter, would it fit in a passport? Because I was wondering the same thing, you guys. We are on the same wavelength. I was figuring the answer was no, but I thought I would try. Did you also think it was no? And I'm putting it on this back because I don't really want it to dig into the paper itself, but you certainly could do that if you wanted to. Yeah, just on this back cover is where I'm going to let it rest, and it looks like it's too tall. So I'm going to put it flush with the edge down here, and that's how much it sticks out. So if that doesn't bother you, you can go ahead and do that. I've seen people put fill notes inserts and just like hold them on with this back cover. They use like a clip, so they don't actually have it on the string. I think it was Seaweed Kisses like 100 million years ago. I mean, she's been on the internet forever, right? And she used to like clip it on here. Maybe it was someone else and I'm just a liar. And she wouldn't put it on the string, and she would just keep it on the passport like that, and it wasn't that serious. Okay, well, I did a crappy job. Let me try to make it a little bit more even, Sylvia, good lord. you don't have to use such a big clip, but this is what I have near me right now. And so it fits a little nicer when you do that, when you clip it on, and then you can just have whatever notebooks you want on the string in here. So that is certainly something you can do, and it's not that serious. I feel like it's okay. That doesn't freak me out too much, but of course the more inserts you put in here, the more this cover is going to pull back and the more plantar peak or overhang you are going to have. Okay, so I hope that answers your questions about those things. The other question I had is, how crazy is it going to look in my new A6 cover? And I mentioned how I cut this down and I have a whole video about that if you are interested. So here is my A6 Pocket Leuchtturm 1917. And you can see that this has a nice amount of space in difference in height there. So I'm interested to see if it's going to look like really dwarfed. Like, I know some people don't mind putting their Hobonichi Weeks in, what's it called? In like a standard traveler's notebook, and I just think it looks crazy. It looks crazy, and I just wouldn't be able to handle that difference. And I just don't want it to be that much of a difference, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, putting it on this back cover. It's not digging into the pages. That looks pretty even, so you can see this big, you could tab the crap out of it, right? Especially on the top, and yeah, it wouldn't damage it at all because it is kind of short. It's a little guy in there. I don't know that I hate that. I certainly don't know if I love it, and if you're asking me right now, I'm so sorry, but I don't have any Field Notes inserts. I've used them all, so they're all archived. I don't have any, usually like when I have inserts I haven't used, they're on the shelf, so that's why I'm assuming no, I don't have any. But this is cut down to Field Note size. This is an insert I made myself, and so yeah, I imagine that from what I can remember, Field Notes is slightly taller than Moleskine Pocket, because you can get these smaller little inserts. Do I have one? Let me go see if I have one real quick. I'll be right back before I lie about all of this. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna possibly look manic in this video because I had to start and stop this so many times already. Anyway, I took out this paper. It's from a Field Notes insert because I don't have one anymore. And these are just sheets that I pull out and I write like a list on. Oh my gosh, people will not leave me alone. Anyway, I write like grocery lists and things on, and I carry them into the store so I don't have to take like a whole notebook or anything. And it looks to be the same height as this Moleskine, and I don't know why I feel like these little Moleskine notebooks are slightly, maybe a few millimeters off or something. Maybe Field Notes might be a millimeter or two taller, and that's why I feel like they're way shorter. I know that there are these kind of pocket-sized inserts that you can get from Target. I don't know who they're by, but they definitely are shorter than this. Anyway, what was the point of all of this? Just to show you that this might be okay in here. It certainly will fit, but it's definitely going to be dwarfed because I did cut this to A6 in height. So I'm just going to be aware of that. You should be aware of that. Now we're all aware. Cool. And the other thing I wanted to check out, and I'm sorry, I don't remember whose video I saw this on. I think I saw this at the beginning of the year. Basically, I had bought, just like reaching over, I'm sorry, my desk is a hot mess. Things are falling. I bought one of these A6 Moleskine weekly planners. It has the same layout as this small one. And because I was looking for videos on this and there wasn't a lot of videos at the time on this size, I found a lot of pocket-sized ones. Oh my gosh. And I saw somebody's video where they talked about the difference between the Hobonichi Weeks and this. So let me show you that on a week that I have not written on. So here we go. I'm gonna put this here. I hope that this paper is not too blinding white. So sorry. Okay. This is just the center and we have a bookmark. Hi, bookmark. Get out of the way. All right, so here is the Hobonichi Weeks, and you can see that at the top there is a nice amount of space, and at the bottom there's a ton of space because this is where they usually put the quote and then the person who wrote it at the bottom. So they were comparing this in size, which I found to be pretty fascinating. Let's see if I can get my head around the ring light so I can line this up pretty nicely. I think that's it right there. So as you can see, there's not too much cut off actually. It's just this part right here because obviously none of this is used. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 squares. 3 squares is basically cut off of this side, and it's so weird because when you take it away, this looks so much larger. And then when you put it back, you realize there's only 3 squares of difference between this layout and this layout. Of course, we're not talking about the top or the bottom, but just where the week falls. That is pretty awesome. And that made me feel like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can do this. And this Moleskine paper actually looks a little bit more cream colored than this one, or maybe it has a different undertone. How is it looking on camera? This looks a little bit darker, I think. So anyway, I was excited to get these for 13 bucks instead of 20 bucks. I was excited that they were soft cover so I could put them in a TN or something like that. I was also excited that these are portable, very skinny mini, so it's hard to tell. I'm sorry because I have my cover on, but it doesn't have all those pages in the back that I don't always really use anyway. So about, I would say less. This is less thick, which is really nice and compact. So I think this is a great little to-go planner. Okay, so let's talk about the inside of this. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. So like I mentioned, this is a soft cover. Very nice, says Moleskine on the back, 2023 on the front. It does come with one ribbon, which this one is it's kind of junky. I wish they would make a nice quality longer one like the Leuchtturms because I use those ones. I probably will tape this to the back or, you know, tear it out eventually. So in the front we have an "In case of loss, please return" as a rewards page. And before I forget, I think her name's Monique, right? Anyway, I'll link her channel or flash it on the screen. She's pretty brilliant. She actually was covering some of these monthlies because I don't want to forget that. Personal data. Here is the Year at a Glance 2023. And you have the last 4 months on this side. And then some space to write or put a picture down there. But on the monthlies that are really disgusting in here because they're on one page and they're too tiny to do really anything with, in my opinion, she went ahead and covered them with a whole month. So what she did was, here's January and then February. She went ahead and drew out a month on 2 pages on Moleskine square paper, and then she taped them in or glued them in. And I was like, that's amazing. And she covered these because they're just so tiny. Look at them. You can't even fit a dime into here, I don't think, that well. And the only thing they're really useful for is to draw a line like from, let's say, the 13th through the 19th, and then you can label the top drafting book 5 of whatever, you know what I mean? Or if you were going to fly, you could mark out 2 weeks that you were going to be traveling on vacation that week. And that's about it, unless you're going to write and have a bunch of signifiers and what have you. It's just kind of a headache, and I'm not a fan. But it is a Monday start, in case you're wondering. Notes at the bottom, each month at the top, and then the year is right next to it. And again, this is a weekly planner, so the monthlies are just kind of extra anyway. I've never owned a Moleskine monthly planner, so I don't know if it's this. I imagine it's on 2 pages and not like this, but you know, whatever. So we started in January, correct? Getting off topic a little bit. January, and we go all the way until December. So it only gives you 1 year, unlike the Japanese planners that usually give you a month or so before the new year and then a month to sometimes 3 months after the new year for forward planning. This just gives you the exact 2023 year, and that's okay. They don't have to, and it is what it is. So okay, we start here at the beginning of the months with a yearly overview for 2023, and then we have at the end a yearly overview for 2024. So I guess you could do some forward planning notes here or marking things if you needed to. And this is also in the A5 planner. I will link my video for that down below, but I'm actually not going to show that because I've covered all these pages and it has important information. Like one of these pages is just like passwords and things. They're not like fully written out or anything, but just like little hints so that I know what they are. Because I feel like I'm always changing this stuff all of the time. And this is like, I think, where I put all of my sticky notes and stuff that I move around from page to page. So these are time zones. And this is just like a lot of information you can look up anymore. And I guess if you're on a plane or, you know, you don't have cell service and you're a traveler, which I'm not, this would come in handy. But for right now, it's not. So measurements and conversions. And dialing codes. Ideas and goals. So this is a nice clean page that you could put like a month on two pages. Just tape them in. Even if you had like field notes or pocket-sized inserts that you could cut down to put in here, that would work out great on these pages. Since, you know, the months only, they're one per month. And I would like a month on 2 pages. So I might have enough. Let's see. Let me just count real quick. Let me just do it. Okay, so January, I want to keep that. February, March, April, May, June, July, I want to keep that. August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So you could do all the way till February of 2024 if you needed a couple of extra months of forward planning. So that's really nice. Okay, where were we? Sorry. I just had to know. And I didn't want to forget, and I wanted to give credit because I thought that was really smart. And that made me feel a little happier about the monthlies in here. Although I felt like, oh, I could just have a separate insert for monthlies anyway. So this is really cool. I don't know what I put here in my A5. I think I wrote emails on here actually. My inspiring journey. So this is all just dots. Of the world map. And then we have a ruler, which is kind of cute, but I never remember to use. I do other things on these pages, so it is what it is. Moleskine Weekly Notebook. So this is basically like your cover page before the week starts, and it does start December 26th. So this is a true blue January planner because you only get this last week of December because of the way the week falls. January 1st is on a Sunday, so that's why they give you some of December. But yeah, you can't really start this until January. Unless you don't care about the monthlies and you wanted to stick in some weeklies on here. Or put some blank paper or some square grid in here and draw out your own weeklies. Or print some out and tape them in. That's what you can do. Alright, so December, what was it, 26 it started. And then we go all the way till December 31st, which is a Sunday. So you get nothing of January 2024 in here because of the way the week lands. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And I believe in my A5 I get 7 extra pages in the back. Oh, I like this quote. Every Moleskine notebook is a book yet to be written and a story waiting to be told. Totally. And then in the back we get some stickers. I've gotten better at using them, but they're just hideous. I mean, these ones are just bright and crazy, and these are things also that you could put on the monthly to use as signifiers. Yeah, it is what it is. Put those to the side. I am zooming back out so I can show you the difference here. November of this year, and then we will go ahead and come here. I don't know why this looks to be a different color. what is happening there? I'll have to see in the editing process if it looks different or not. So in the small Moleskine, it looks like the grid, well, the lines rather, are much smaller. So I'm thinking these are probably 6 millimeters, and these look like they might be 4. So lining these up best I can without hitting my head on my ring light. It stops on Thursday. And then you lose all of this real estate down here, which is a lot. And that's fine. This was my writing planner, by the way. I have a whole, like, I don't know, playlist on this. And this one is actually going to be possibly an everyday carry. I just wanted something small to write things in and take on the go. And I was tired of the Tomoe River paper and fighting with it when I was planning on the go. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing in here. I did buy a second one that I think I'm going to be gifting to my niece Jade because I thought, why not? I think it would be really cute. So I'll go more into that because this video is getting quite long when I set both of these planners up, one for her and one for myself. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. The size difference is kind of crazy and out of control. See there and there, well, no, that's cut off, sorry. So you're losing a lot of real estate. And then if we're lining them up like this, it's that much and all of this. Wow, all right. I'm excited. But like I mentioned, when you put it in here, let me show you one more time for funsies, you're actually not losing that much from Hobonichi to a Moleskine. Just those 1, 2, 3 boxes. Alright, so that is my first planner of the year, and I will do another video coming up soon on the other planner that I have in my Amazon order. And of course, my new awesome pen, which hopefully I won't lose this one because I love it too much. And they can get expensive after a while, and that's kind of stupid. Alright, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!